Conscious conception. As parents today, all of us are striving that our children today can stay in a peaceful world, a world which is full of good health, a world which is full of love, joy. The science of prenatal psychology, fetal psychology, is very importantly and clearly indicating today that we as parents hold a very, very large responsibility of our own physical and emotional states so that we can have a generation which is divine, healthy, and is not just one important fact that a baby is coming into our life. We are bringing in a life into this world. That is the responsibility that we as parents actually carry. This is where this entire term of not conscious pregnancy but conscious conception came into play. Even a desire to have a child, this is the ultimate invitation that one as a parent could ever even dream of. We are bringing in a new life into this universe, a life, a baby, a divine angel who is not just going to nurture us as a human being but can do so much good to the entire world. So that is why today we are reading things like Parenting for a Peaceful World. Many authors, many neurobiologists, many other people have experimented who are not just physicians but other psychoanalysts. That is the importance of conscious parenting today. When we talk of conscious parenting, when we talk of conscious conception, it's very important that we make certain healthy lifestyle choices today. Because the mind of the child and the body of the child, creating that even before we actually conceive, has a lot of role to play. If today we understand this as a parent, that is when we can actually have a healthier generation, healthier future generation to live in this world full of joy, peace and good health. What according to you would actually be the most important thing when we plan that now today we are ready, now we want to start a family? Or do you think you need to do something much before that you're going to start a family, even just when you get married, even as a teenager, even as a person who is about to start a family, about to connect to another person, go into a relationship? That is the consciousness that we all should carry today, that ever if we have to create a life, we have to make right lifestyle choices, at least till the time we can actually bring a new life into this world. Till we don't understand, till we don't accept this as a fact, then hearing about conscious conception doesn't actually work, because we are not talking today of conscious pregnancy. Today we are talking about conscious conception. We all know we are going to hospitals, we are going to our physicians, and we are taking our treatments as a part of preconceptional counseling, where both the husband and the wife, they are having a few tests and they are actually preparing themselves that yes, now they want to plan a pregnancy. But we are going one step before that. Today we talk of ultimate invitation to invite a child, ultimate invitation to invite a new being into this world. So we have to have very positive lifestyle changes. We have to have a very healthy diet. We have to say no to certain things like smoking and alcohol. We have to have nurturing, happy relationships today, because those relationships are actually going to create the emotional, mental, social attitudes of that divine angel who is going to come into your family and come into this world. Once we are clear, once we all agree that yes, we want to actually create a divine child, yes, we want to create a virtue baby, when you start planning, no. Before you plan a pregnancy also, these choices have to be within you, because these are changes which are slow and subtle, and to formulate them into your own life, it takes time. These are not things that moment you just understand and we start doing. No. We have to have a healthy diet. We have to know where we want to say no, to what things we really are clear that we don't want to do. A lot of research has been done today by our neurobiologists. They actually are understanding the biology of cell. Cell is something which is changing with each and every thought we are creating, because each and every thought which our mind creates is releasing a hormone in our body. And the biology of the cell, the working of the cell, the biochemical reactions happening in the cell, they are all changing with that hormonal milieu. And you can imagine that even if at our stage our cells are changing and responding to our mind and to our thoughts, what would be its impact on that little divine child, where from one cell we are forming one human being in just 9 months? Because that is the time when the baby is actually forming from one cell, is undergoing a cascade of those biochemical pathways, reactions, and that is the important time when our just not the physical environment but the mental environment of our body is also of equal importance. Once we understand this fact, it is not going to be difficult for us to actually take care of this. But we need to know that this is not just a thought, this is very, very scientific. Once we understand that, it's easy, because then we know that we are consciously going to check. Once you're planning a pregnancy, you're sure that you're not going to drink. You are sure that you're not going to smoke. It's ingrained in our mind. Why? Because science has said, if you are smoking, if you are drinking, then these are the problems that your baby will have. But nobody is telling us that when we are not in a comfortable, secure relationship, in a harmonious relationship, not just with your husband, with the entire family, the place where you are working, the place where you are going, to whomever you are meeting, it will not work that well, because the cell is going to change not just with the alcohol and the smoke. It's also going to change with the thoughts and the hormones which are secreted. This important fact, if we are clear on, we are actually moving and creating conscious conception. My entire journey to take you is start from now. You may not even be married today. You may be getting married today. You may be starting to plan a pregnancy today. Any of them, these conscious choices, once you make, only then we can have a conscious generation coming up who can live in this world in good health, and who can also create good value systems and finally lead to a healthy and happy generation ahead. Your mind is making not just your mind, it is making the mind of many, many generations to come. Because the choices you as a parent, a would-be parent, make today, that will create and make a huge difference in this universe, I am sure.